talk to me about is developing confidence. So what would you say the main ways of developing confidence?
Well, confidence in sales is when you feel that you understand your product, which I emphasize is always something else that you can learn about your product and also your competition. It's kind of like a boastfulness, which means that if you know your product's better than somebody else's, you should show it. That's why one of the things I tell people to do is like or love the product. If you don't like it or love it, you're not going to have that boastfulness. You're not going to have that confidence. The one thing you do not want as a salesperson is to second guess yourself or hesitate. Anytime that happens, it slows down the sales process. So when I'm talking to somebody and they go, that lets me know either they don't kind of know what they're talking about, or they're not confident in what they're talking about, or they know it, but they just can't say it. It's only three things you're telling me there. But all three of them is not communicating to me. I'm just listening now to the and the uhs. Like, how many more of those I'm going to get? Right?
Gotcha. Right.
So when I come in and I try to, so then I would probably say, as far as a seasoned sales rep, let me throw a monkey wrench in there and see what they do. So I'll come back and say something like, how long you been in business?
Okay.
So it lets me know, okay, they're on a script. I just took them totally off the script. I'm taking control of the conversation. And they'll go, about 7 years. Okay, now I'm in control. Then I go, where you guys located? So, that's me being more experienced than them, saying, if somebody asks me that, how long you been in business? A couple of years. But let me ask you this. I want to go back and take control of the conversation.
See.
You're trying to throw me up. You're trying to trip me up. It's not going to happen. My job is to get you the information to see if I can help you. Right?
Right.
So does it matter if you've been in business for 10 years? The fact of it is, if the product works and it gets you what you need, that's the most important thing, right? Right. So let me ask you a question. I just went back.
Right.
Right?
Right.
So that's what it means when you say confidence, because I don't want you to stop me. My job is to make sure I can help you. And that's why salespeople never go away.
Right. And so even when you think about that, having a certain product knowledge, like most people are part of a sales team, they don't do everything. So they might have other pieces, piece of the team do one thing, another piece of the team do another. They're focused on sales. So how much of all that business should they know when you say product knowledge?
Well, the product knowledge thing for a salesperson is to know what the product is going to do for them.
Okay.
Benefits. Like I said, sell the sizzle, not the steak. Right? The sizzle is what it's going to actually do for them. What are they going to get from it? Now, there's a number of products that has a number of benefits. You ever been to a restaurant that has a menu with 50 some odd items on it?
Well, yeah.
Right. It's hard to make a decision, right?
Right.
But it's still going to feed you.
Yeah.
So when you do, say, for example, insurance, what are the biggest benefits to you for this type of person? You're getting older, you have X amount of years, you're looking for retirement. You know the bullet points that people are going to need. So why am I going to talk about a 40-year plan when you're 60 years old? Right? So I need to know the product. So when I talk to you, I can say, okay, I know what's important to you. Is it important enough to have this conversation? Is it important for me to spend time with you? Because I don't have time. I need to move on to somebody else I can help. And a lot of sales reps spend a lot of time with people that they shouldn't. They can't help them. Right. Now, a lot of people, when they say had that negative connotation with sales, is because people are getting ripped off. It's because those people know I can sell anything. I don't care whether you need it or not. I'm going to sell it to you. And that's when sales become the evil aspect, and a lot of people understand that. And that's a problem. So main thing is to spell that. Sales is a good thing. It can be used for evil, but it's a good thing because it's helping people with your product or service. Communication.
Okay. I know one of the things that you've told me before, that like when I'm setting up appointments, to make sure everybody, all the decision makers, that I get commitment from all the decision makers to be in that meeting. But what if there's situations where they don't provide that? Should you go on with the meeting, or?
So why shouldn't you provide it? Here's the question. It's just a benefit to the person that's not here. So if I do the presentation for you and the president has to sign off on this, is it important to him? Right? So I'm going to have to educate you on how to sell him, because that's what I'm doing in the presentation. I'm not presenting, I'm teaching you how to go sell him. Because if I just give you a presentation with information, you're going to go to him and just give him information. Information don't sell. Right? Benefits sell. And if this person is not a salesperson, how are they going to go sell it for you? So that's why many times when you come back and the guy says, well, we decided we didn't want to go that route, that's telling you that you messed up. I went to him, I gave him all the information that you gave me, and he said no. And I'm coming back and telling you no.
Right.
And you're like, well, can I talk to him? And I'm telling you again, no. So I give you a double no.
Exactly.
Which is a kiss of death. Sorry, you messed up. So if I go to that person and use a name like Sally. Sally says, well, the president won't be there. And I go, Sally, let me ask you a question. Do you think it's important for him to be in that meeting, be as though it's the company money and we're looking at saving money? I have to sell her on why he has to be. That's why sales is always going on. I sell you on a phone call. I sell you on downloading this. I sell you on looking at the email. I sell you on setting an appointment. I sell you on the callback. I sell you on decision maker. All of this is going on. And the better I sell you, the less time I spend. So I go with that scenario. Sally, I come in, I do the presentation. He's not there. I do an awesome presentation. I leave you a proposal. I go back to my office. You talk to him on Thursday. It's Monday. I call you back on Friday. I can't get you on the phone. He's out of town. Another couple of days go by. Everything's cooling down.
Right.
I call you back on Tuesday. Hey, just checking on. Checking what?
Right.
What are you checking? You got nothing to check on. Piece of paper you left.
This is painfully true. Yeah.
Right. I gave you my wallet. Right? Here's my wallet. Go sell him and bring me my money back. You finally get her on the phone. You know what he said? How'd it start off? You know what happened? Or I talked to him and he wasn't really behind it, or this and that. Or she's going to tell you something that maybe not be real. She's going to tell you a number of things. But then she's going to be like, you're such a nice guy. Thank you for spending time with us. Basically, you didn't sell us.
Right. So you are you basically saying then you didn't do a good enough job selling to get to the key person?
Did you do step number 4? Step number 4 is what?
Qualifying. Yes.
Never pitch unless you're talking to the decision makers. And people will, if I do a good enough pitch, or if I send the right information, or if I give them a price quote that's cheaper to get their attention, but you're using a piece of paper to sell. That's why people use emails. They love the funnel. If I could just send the funnel out, they automatically just go in and start buying. I don't have to talk to them. Put the right wording in there. And I go to the same people and say, let's pick up the phone and call a couple clients. Call them? Why would I want to call them? They can't sell them. They're looking for something else to sell them. So a proposal, when you drop your price, that means you're not good at sales.
Right.
That means you're just pitching and wishing and just playing a numbers game. Because the main key of a sale is to get a testimony and what else?
You get a referral.
You have to talk to people to get that. So if I put them in a good sales presentation and go through everything, then I earn the right to ask for that, which is going to build my business. If I just go, hey, thanks for the sale, bye. And now I got to start all over again. And if I mess that one up and went down there and spent how many hours does it take to set up a presentation?
Takes a long time.
Right. And you just burnt 4, 5, 6 hours and you got nothing to show.
Right.
So the next time you go in and say, well, you know, the president's not going to be there. You'd be like, not doing that again. Where's he at? Well, he's out of town. He won't be back till Tuesday. Okay, can we postpone this till Tuesday so he can be there so we can make a decision while we're there? Okay, that's why salespeople are there to help you make decisions. It's not to just, what do you think? What do you think we should do? No, here's what we need to do. Right? Because I'm going to come in there, I'm going to give you all the options that you have, and you guys can make a decision. So I'm not wasting what?
Time.
Because I need to do what? Sell the people.
Right.
I'm not down there to do dog and pony and pitch and wish. I'm here to close a deal. And then I ask him, if the president's in and we make a deal and it sounds good, is anything holding us back from what?
From moving forward.
When?
Today.
Next question.
Well, when it comes to cold calling, are you pro phone scripts or memorization? What do you recommend?
Well, it depends on the product or service and actually the experience of the salespeople. You have people with good voices that can read the script and get it. It's like acting. Everything's like acting. You're on stage. Can you remember your lines? Right? Most of the time, if you're using a script, you want to memorize it and then put personality behind it. That carries more weight. So there's some people, what you call natural-born salespeople, that don't need a script. They just go in and just start flowing, right? But the problem with that is they miss steps. They get arrogant. So those are those good salespeople that everybody want. This guy can sell ice to, Eskimos. Yeah. But when his stats starts going down, which eventually in sales it goes up again, he won't know why. Whereas if I take somebody off the street and say, here's a script, go home and read it 1,000,000 times, then come back and let's put personalization behind it. And you understand why we say each one of these things. So 3 months down the road, when his stats go like this and then it starts going down here, I can record a call and say, you stop doing this right here.
Okay.
And he goes, that makes sense. And he could change it on the fly. Whereas that natural salesperson going to fight me. No, it's the leads. Oh, it's the season. Oh, it's this and that. And I'm like, dude, I'm listening to you on the phone. You're not saying the same thing you wasn't. No, I'm good. Right? And he's going to fight me as it go down.
Right.
So I'd rather work with people who understand there's a structure. Because you always can improve the structure. You can't always improve talent. Because the talent always fights you back. I know what I'm doing. I don't need to practice. Okay, here we go. Right? So when it comes to scripting, you can go either way. It just depends on the personality. Okay. But I say, all in all, the end result is that you want to feel comfortable having a conversation. And that is a script or bullet points or the steps that you write. It doesn't have to be word for word, but you need to know the bullet. So are you the decision maker? That's step number 4. Right. Who besides yourself is the decision maker? So if I could, I don't know if I could provide you with that something. If anything holds us back from moving forward with this today. Right? And I'm listening. Well, I don't know. I gotta talk to Jim. Oh, Jim. Okay, who's Jim? Go back to qualification. Who's Jim? Well, Jim is he's the one who made all the. Didn't discuss that earlier. I'm not offended. I understand you might have forgot. Where is Jim? Buyers are forgetful and sometimes liars. So when you ask them, are you a decision maker? Yes, I'm a decision maker. All right, who besides yourself? Well, there's, of course, the boss. Oh, who's the boss? So, and you always goes back in the point of saying, okay, you make the decision. Who writes the check?
Oh, okay.
You go back in. You're a decision maker? Yeah, I'm a decision maker. Yeah, okay, great. Come down and do presentation. Well, I got to talk to Jim. He's in finance and he does it. He writes a check. Dang, I just wasted all that time. All I had to do was go back in and say, Jim, I understand you're the decision maker.